Advanced transcription number 12, speed 100 words per minute. Start. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Sir, I shall neither support the ordinance nor criticize it, but I am afraid as a Naga and as a person who has come from the locality where there is trouble for some time, I have to be very frank because I want to see that the Naga problem is solved as soon as possible. I would not mind if I have to offend any person or any leader because we have taken the risk of our lives into our own hands since 1946. As soon as we got the news that the British regime was coming to an end, there was difference of opinion amongst the Nagas. One view was that the Naga territory must be separated from the Indian Union, and the other view was that instead of having separation, they should have their own autonomy within the Union and that they should not try to get separation from the Indian Union. Whatever that view may be, we shall never welcome any kind of foreign interference in relation to the Naga problem. So I think I have to be very frank. Instead of speaking against the ordinance or about the Naga problem, as time at my disposal is very short, I want to ask the government very seriously, very frankly, and very bluntly, are the conditions such that this ordinance is necessary in Manipur? Do the government think that such kind of an ordinance will solve the problem? I want to ask the government this question very frankly because the Naga problem has become a thorn in the flesh of the government. If the leaders of today solve the problem, then the Naga problem will not arise forever. But if this problem is not solved, even if the Nagas are physically suppressed and physically eliminated, the problem will be there, and after some time the future generation will have to reap the fruits of the mistakes that are committed by us now. That is why I am asking them this question very frankly and very sincerely. In spite of trying our best according to our ability, according to our understanding to solve the problem, I am sorry to say that either the local government or the central government have not taken these Nagas into confidence. Whenever they want to do anything, they get reports either from the CID or the Intelligence Bureau or the military officers or local officers and do something which is contrary to the feelings of the local people. I think you will all admit that some Nagas have lost their lives because they wanted to see that Naga territory is separated from the Indian Union. There are still some Nagas who are cooperating with the government and who are standing by the side of the government. So why don't government ask those people who are cooperating with the government whether such an ordinance is necessary or not, and what kind of policy they have to follow in regard to this problem. All these ordinances and sending of armed forces will not solve the problem. I can tell the House very clearly and very frankly that it is only creating more bitterness and harm. We know what a soldier is. A soldier is trained in the art of killing and destruction. He cannot appreciate the yearning of the human soul. As soon as he finds a colleague of his is killed, his anxiety is to kill some other people, whether they belong to the rebel party or not. So we have to learn one lesson from the past actions. I wonder whether any people in the world during the last 2 world wars have suffered more than the Nagas. But are they kneeling down? They will not kneel down. They are being suppressed. Physically, you may suppress them and eliminate them, but the problem will still remain there. It will be in their hearts. I had approached the local government to give more food to the starving people. They said they have not enough food to supply because their demands have not been fully met by the center. How can we be sure that the Indian government is sincere to the Naga people unless they feed the people? Feed them, do something good for them instead of killing them, instead of passing all these ordinances. Let the people know what the Indian government is spending crores of rupees for feeding the Naga people. We are the people who are on the side of the government, but see what is then now. It is only destruction and ill treatment. How are we to placate the people? Tell us very frankly. We are only with the government, but the government is not helping us by taking our words in confidence. Certainly, I am not supporting the policy of approaching to the Naga problem because of several reasons. I say as the first person among the Nagas who say that we would not invite any kind of foreign intervention in relation to the Naga problem. We do not welcome even the British people. I would like to suggest to the Honorable Minister that he should see that this act is to be enforced with full strength because the child labor is exploited by the employers for the simple reason that they can be paid low wages and made to work for 14 to 16 hours or according to their whims and fancies. Now they have to give minimum wages as is required under the Act. Then I would like to stress upon the point that the children's health is not given due consideration. If we go to the restaurants, tea stalls or factories, we see their wretched conditions. In other areas, we find that the children are not given the benefit which an employee is being given. That being so, bringing in this legislation would help improve the working conditions of the children who are helping their families by working in factories, plantations and in agriculture.